sometimes more the power. But the odd time you want to go in there and show that you have that power, and you want to go bang a couple opponents out.
Now Dorin continuing to pound on Lunsford up against the ropes for the most part, and that's the way it's been throughout this fight. Just over a half minute to go in round 4. We've talked about the gameness of Lunsford, and he seemed to be fading a little bit in the 3rd round, but I don't see any sign of him looking any wearier now after 4. Oh, there was one that rang. That's the hardest punch we've seen in this fight.
That's the hardest punch we've seen, and everybody knows that these are hard punches. But Lunsford comes back with a 1-2. But you can see it taken out of Lunsford right now. The last little 30 seconds of that round. But he's excited to be here.
He's having fun, obviously.
See, Leonard, Dorin has a cut above his left eye there, Dale.
He does have a cut. It doesn't look like a bad one right now. And Interbox, one of the best cut men, Bob Miller, he'll make sure that cut's closed and won't be a factor in this fight.
Let's go to our official judge here, Geek.
Well, again, it's a continuous 10-9 since the very beginning. But it's still, to me, a very entertaining fight because it's putting key things to the test. On number 1, we're seeing how much of this guy Lunsford is tough. And secondly, the challenge is there to see if Dorin is going to put him away. So there's still 4 more rounds to go.
What I like to see there in the replay, Ron, was Leo was working the angle. He was throwing his punches like he has for 4 rounds straight. He doesn't let his hands stop. But he's working more angles and working the body a little bit better at the end of that round.
There's a look at Lunsford. Now, will they tell him, hey, you've cut the other fighter. Go after that cut. Go after that cut.
You know, it's funny when you say that because a lot of fighters will be lazy, just like that. But once they see blood, it might change them. They know that it's going to be a closer fight. They know this fight could be stopped on cut, and that might change Lunsford's attitude. That's it, Leonard.
Well, we're into round 5. This one's scheduled to go 8. And I don't think we'll see any change in Leonard Dorin's game plan. He has been aggressive in each and every round for every precious second. Keeping Lunsford up against the ropes, working the body, waiting for a shot.
Just one would say he hasn't shown his right hand since the beginning, but he has now.
Dorin continuing with his combination.
Speed.
Ooh. I felt that one there.
I like what Dorin's right now. I think he's back in the corners. They said don't put so much pressure on. Dance around, move, box a little more, because Dorin can box. He's not only this type of fighter. He's got great skills. And then try to keep away a little bit more. Use the double jab. Let Lunsford come in like that and counter after. I think it's a great game plan coming into the 6th round. Great.
Well, we're midway now through round 5, scheduled to go 8 in the super lightweight division. Dorin in the black trunks. Lunsford in the maroon, and Lunsford lands a couple of less. He has not really been able to connect with Dorin on very many occasions. Dorin has been the aggressor. Dorin has really ruled the territory, hasn't he?
He's controlling this fight. He's doing what he wants when he wants to do it. That's what you want to do in a ring as a fighter. You want to put him on the ropes. If you want to stay back and you want to move around the middle of the ring, Leo is doing that when he wants to.
Now he's working the body.
Great. Papa.
Lunsford has some body protection. He's going to take a fair amount of punishment there. We've seen that he can take punishment anywhere, but
I see him really slowing down in this round too. He's not throwing the punches after Leo is quite as often as he was the first 4 rounds. Throwing a jab, but not much. Leo's just boxing and being very working with big right hands like that.
Yeah. Some of these rights are... Well, there'd be some fighters that would certainly be on the floor after taking these rights there. Down to the last seconds here of round 5. And there goes the bell. And Lunsford has not changed his decorum as he heads to his corner. But he got...
Well, another 10-9 round. And what's amazing about this guy, Lunsford, is his ability to, like he seems to be fresh in the last round. Of course, a little bit slower, but I mean, after all the body blows that he's taken, to still be around and dancing around like he does.
Well, maybe he's trying to fool some of the people some of the time.
Well, he certainly came in here in good shape, though.
Yeah.
That's what it proves.
Here, Dale.
See Leo right there, in and out. Threw a 4 or 5 punch combination. He backed out, Lunsford threw. Leo slipped in and was right back in.
Well, the headliner in tonight's card, there he is, Fatty Mazawi. He'll go up against Greg Sinatra Johnson. They're going 8 rounds in the super welterweight division. Fatty is also undefeated, 7-0-0. 5 of those by knockout. He looks ready.
Very charismatic.
Here we are, round 6 of this one. And Lunsford comes out swinging. Leonard Dorin. Really, he's quite robotic, isn't he? Not much emotion. Just...
No, it's true. Not much emotion. He goes in there. He's got a job to do, and I believe that's the way Leo actually looks at this. He's going in there, and this man in front of him is not going to get the better of him. Leo is very much similar in training. He's a little bit easier going, but the same training effect.
After a long amateur career, twice an Olympic medalist, so you don't get that far without a lot of discipline.
That's right.
About 2 minutes remaining here in this 6th round. The pattern of this fight has not changed from the moment the bell went for the first.
I don't think Leo's taking a step backwards or being forced to take a step backwards. He's taking a step backwards when he's chose to. Lunsford hasn't made him take a step back or forced him to do so. So Dorin's really controlling this fight right from the first bell.
That was a solid right again by Dorin. He lands a combination. For the first time in this round, he's done damage halfway through the 6th. And he lost his footing just a little. Again, comes back with those punches. First to the body, then to the head. And yet Lunsford, after taking a lot of punishment, still comes back and fires a left.
And still working the body. This guy is tough as nails.
I got a feeling that Dorin's going to have will want to open up the machine in the next couple of rounds simply because he wants a knockout. I know that he does want to add some knockouts to his record, and this guy's not cooperating, so he might just have to open up and really go to town in the last 2 rounds if he wants to accomplish that.
That's the thingy. I don't know how much more Leonard Dorin can open up. He's hit this guy with everything in his repertoire.
Yeah.
But I agree. He's probably a little bit frustrated right now that this guy is still standing because he's been hit with everything. So, but Leo's got to make sure that he stays disciplined, throwing punches like he is right now.
Well,
he's not worried about the knockout. If it comes, it comes.
He's got him up against the ropes now, and he's been firing combinations of lefts and rights to the head, but again, Lunsford is just a fighter. You think you got him, and he comes right out.
I'm starting to admire this guy, no end.
Well, people, pay a lot of money to come out and watch a show like this, and he puts on the show. No one can deny him that. Again, Dorin, as the bell goes, lands some solid rights. I think Lunsford's saying here, give me more.
No, I think Lunsford is now telling the referee that he's had enough.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's taking too much punishment. That last right hand, I really did see in his face where he took a step back and said, oh, I'm hurt now.
Yeah.
Well, the accumulation of the punches, has to have a toll on anybody. I mean, I don't care how tough you are and how good condition, I guess.
And he is talking to the referee, Jerry Bolin. Here, Dale, we get a look at what happened in that.
See, and right there, look at the space that Leo had. He wasn't as close to the right hand finish off. Very nice. Here, he's got to be close. He's working the body. But then after, he's not getting it. He's moving his head and using angles.
Well, I guess he wasn't telling the ref he wanted to quit. I wonder what he was discussing with the ref.
He was certainly talking to the ref here as a look at Stéphane Ouellet and his fleur-de-lis trunks. 7. Dorin in the black trunks. And that is Lunsford wearing the maroon with the black stripes. Each and every round has been won decidedly by Leonard Dorin, but Rudolfo Lunsford refuses to fall.
You know, Dale, I think you're very smart to cut your hair short like that, because as a judge, oftentimes when that water spreads all over the place, it gives an indication that he did get hit, and sometimes they could have overseen that punch, but now everybody sees that he gets hit. And in your particular case, you can't see anything.
Play across the ring, you know you've been hit with something.
That's right.
Well, Lunsford is still dancing effectively. Not throwing many punches. He's catching more than he's pitching, but